Welcome to online class. This is Dipankar Datta, lecturer, Department of English, Ananda Mohan College, Mymensingh. This class is for the students of honors third year under affiliated colleges of National University. And today's presentation is on morphology in linguistics. Some topics are to be discussed. What is meant by morphology, what is morpheme, and its different types. Morphology. Morphology is a level of linguistics which, on the one hand, covers the study of morphemes, the smallest meaningful, indivisible, observable syntactic units of a language, and the way they combine in word formation is called morphology. That means morphology is the study of structure of the word and word formation, how words are formed. Mainly, morphology emphasizes on morphemes, which is the smallest syntactic units of a language, indivisible and observable. For example, the word carelessness is divided into three morphemes such as care, less, and ness. Then move to other slide. Morpheme. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit in a word. Morpheme is two kinds. One is free morpheme and other is bound morpheme. Free morpheme is also two types. One is lexical morpheme and other is functional morpheme. Bound morpheme is two types. One is inflectional morpheme and other is derivational morpheme. Derivational morpheme is also two types. One is class changing morpheme and another is class maintaining morpheme. Then move to the next slide. Free morpheme. The morpheme that can function independently are called free morpheme. For example, man, boy, girl, mango, and but are examples of free morphemes that can stand alone grammatically. Free morphemes is also divided into two types, lexical morpheme and functional morpheme. Lexical morpheme. The lexical morphemes, being very large in number, are independently meaningful. For example, nouns, adjectives, and verbs are examples of lexical morphemes because they can stand alone grammatically and meaningfully. These are the words that shows grammatically relationship, or these are the words to connect the lexical words. Functional morphemes. The grammatical or functional morphemes, being very limited in number, can also be used independently. For example, prepositions, conjunctions, articles, determiner, and auxiliaries are the example of functional morphemes. Such as, he goes to college. Here, preposition to is establishing the relationship between the words go and college. So, prepositions are used to perform some grammatical function in a language. Then we also have articles a and the, determiner these, that, those, these, etc. Auxiliaries am, is, are, can, could, may, might, would, etc. And conjunction and, but, or, etc. Then move to next slide. Bound morpheme. There are some morphemes that cannot function alone and added to root words are called bound morphemes. For example, less, meant, ness, in, as, year, etc. Suppose the word impartial. Here, in is bound morpheme that cannot exist independently. When it is added to the word partial, then it is meaningful. On the other hand, the word illness. Here, ill is lexical free morpheme and ness is bound morpheme. When it is added to the word ill, then it is meaningful. We know bound morpheme is divided into two types, inflectional morpheme and derivational morpheme. Inflectional morphemes. The morphemes that are used to indicate the aspects of the grammatical function of a word are called inflectional morphemes. For example, we can find two types of noun, s and apostrophe s, four types of verb, s, ing, ed, en, and two types of adjective, er, est. When these are added to after free lexical morpheme such as s is added to the word pig, then it becomes pigs. Ear is added to the word big, then it becomes bigger. Est is added to the word quick, then it becomes quickest. derivational morpheme. It changes the category of the word when it is added to free morpheme, but there are some exceptions. We know derivational morpheme is divided into two types: class changing morpheme and class maintaining morpheme. Class changing morpheme. The morphemes that can change grammatical category of the word are called class changing morpheme or class changing derivational morpheme. For example, help, helper, help, helpful. Here help is verb and helper is noun and helpful is adjective. In this example, ear is added to the word help, it becomes noun, and full is added to the word help, it becomes adjective. So it changes grammatical category. One is verb and other is noun and adjective. Then class maintaining morpheme or class maintaining bound morphemes. The morphemes that do not change grammatical category of the words are called class maintaining morpheme. For example, valid, invalid, valuable, invaluable. Here valid is adjective, invalid is also adjective, valuable is adjective, invaluable is also adjective. Here then when in is added to before the word valid, it becomes invalid. When in is also added to the word valid, then valuable, then it becomes invaluable, it's also adjective. So they don't change grammatical category of the word. The bound morphemes include affixes. There are some morphemes which are added before the words. On the other hand, there are some morphemes which are added after the words. They are called prefixes and suffixes. Thanks to all.